Well, 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 today we have something to unbox, and you might well guess what it is from the title. First, I have to show you this envelope that the case came in. Really, Amazon? Really? Gigantic product placement on envelopes. Alright. Anyhow, here we have a Paperwhite Kindle to unbox, or I should say Kindle Paperwhite, since that's the proper way to say it. Here we have the Kindle itself. It's just like a zipper pocket sleeve thing to put it in, and of course the AC adapter, which they don't give you by default anymore, which I think is kind of stupid. Although this thing has an 8-week battery life, so it should be fine. So let's try to unbox this here. Where's it open from? Oh, I see. Let me just tear it off. There we go. Ah, yes, look at that. So it's a very Apple-esque type of packaging, although the material that this packaging is made out of seems to be more like that recycled paper type of thing. Up here, you have a little pocket that says Kindle on it, and you get Getting to Know Your Kindle. That's all it has is a USB cable and a power button. All the rest is a touch screen. Of course, licensing and everything. So I'll stick that back in there and take the Kindle itself out. See how it feels. It's pretty light. It doesn't feel. It's not like Chinese tablet light, but it has some heft to it. But it feels good. And of course, you get the USB cable, which looks like a standard micro USB cable. Rather than mini USB, it's micro. I think that's what that is anyway. So let's unbox this and see what it's like. Or unwrap it, rather. Alright, this is the Kindle Paperwhite itself. Feels very good in the hand. The back has a sort of, wow, look at my fingerprints. It has a sort of soft touch. I don't know if it's plastic or rubber. It feels like rubber to me. Like hard rubber or something like that. Has all this fun stuff on the back. Assembled in China. This is the Wi-Fi model without special offers. I opted to not get the ads because I know that would annoy me after a while. So let's see if it has a charge. Let's look down here. You get the micro USB port. You get a little hole here. I'm not sure what that's for. And the power button. So let's hit the power button and see what happens here. Oh, there it goes. The e-ink sort of flashes on the screen. Oh, yeah, there you go. Kindle. I love the e-ink display. That's why I opted to get a Kindle instead of a Kindle Fire. I wanted an e-reader rather than a tablet. Seems to take a while to boot up. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. I love the screen. It looks like it could be paper. These e-ink displays are incredible. I've never seen one up close, this close before. There's the backlight. Let's see what language I am. I'm English. No, no, no. There we go. Yes. The backlight's very nice. It's not too overbearing. I'm pretty happy with the way the display looks, and you can actually turn the brightness all the way down. The light will still be just barely on, but if you're in a room that has lights on and you turn the brightness all the way down, it'll just be like a regular Kindle that doesn't have the front lights. It's technically not a backlight. I saw somebody do a teardown on one of these, and it's technically actually a front light. The lights are down here, and they shine up the front of the display. rather than the back. So why did I buy a Kindle? I didn't buy it actually. It's from a birthday present. My birthday's later in January, but I'm getting it a little early so I can use it at school. The Kindle is much, much smaller than a lot of books that I've read, and you can have many, many types of books on this thing and just carry it all in your bag or your pocket or something. I guess if you have pockets that big on a jacket. But the main reason I got this thing is for reference material. Reference material, as many of you know who have had to read Linux books or hell, the dictionary or the Bible or anything, know that those books tend to get rather big. So actually, let me give you a visual representation of why I bought a Kindle. Okay, I've set up the Kindle a little bit more, and this is the size of a Kindle. This is the size of my hand. See, it's not a very big thing. I can read books on here, but this is the size of one of the Linux books I plan to put on here. Rather thick book compared to this little Kindle. This is exactly why I bought a Kindle. For reference material that's big, also possibly for school textbooks, because they get rather bulky as well. And the main reason I want this thing for reference material is because I can search through it. And that's a very valuable thing, because searching through a book takes time, whereas searching using, queries doesn't take nearly as much time as searching through an entire book does. So that's very handy. So set it up a little bit more. It's Lord of the Rings. So this is still taking me through the tutorial. Focus, you stupid camera. Okay, I'm done with the tutorial. That was taking a while. So the Kindle User Guide. Let's just see what that looks like. So you swipe. You swipe to go to the next page, basically like this. You can do that. Registering your Kindle. So as you can see, it looks pretty good. The font's nice and clear and big, even on this tiny screen. It's pretty easy to navigate too. So you swipe to the right to go back, you swipe to the left to go to the next page. That's pretty sweet. I like that. So you swipe, you can tap that area to get to the toolbar, and then I can hit home to go back. See what the dictionaries look like. Let's check out the Oxford American Dictionary. Now here's a good example of reference material. So let's search a word. How about bacon? Why not, right? And it gives you a list of all these words. So let's click bacon there. And there you go. You searched through a dictionary and found the word you're looking for, which is exactly why reference material on a Kindle is very valuable as compared to the traditional method of a gigantic book like that. Now, this Linux in a Nutshell is a book I plan to put on this thing, as well as a few others, along with some just general reading that I do. I still want to see whether I can transfer my own documents and things like that onto here. I think you can, but I'm not completely sure on that. I'll find out and do that eventually. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with this Kindle. It's really nice. One thing I want to do is check out the brightness settings. So if I turn the brightness all the way down, it looks like it's off. It looks like it's off at this point. It's just like a sheet of paper. I like that. That's really awesome. That's sweet. That's just like a piece of paper now. And then, let's say I actually want the backlight. I can turn it up to like 22 where it was by default. And there you have it. That's the benefit of a Kindle Paperwhite. You can turn the backlight on or off, although off, debatably, is off. I mean, in a dark room you still might see it on. Let's take it in my dark bathroom here, actually, and test that out. So as you can see, it's dark in here. Let's put this down on the table. So you'll be able to read in the dark no problem, and it's not it doesn't fatigue your eyes this way. You're supposed to set it down low for darker rooms. So as you can see, in a dark room with it all the way down, it still lights up, but just barely. I mean, it's just barely on, and these are LEDs, so they're not going to eat away at the battery anytime soon. So it's not really that big a deal. If you want complete darkness and don't even want this, you're better off getting the regular Kindle. So, looks like this is going to be a fun gadget to play with. So far, I like it. And will definitely be a valuable asset to those of us that need reference material. That's probably the Kindle's best. What the Kindle's best at is reference material. So, yeah. What I'll be able to do once I get Linux in a nutshell on here, I'll be able to have this book on here, search a command I want, and then look at all the different syntaxes for that particular Linux command, and that'll be very, very, very handy for if I forget what I'm doing with a command or something. That'll be really handy. And I'll also put some stuff on here to read for pleasure, of course. You know, things like The Book Thief, Lord of the Rings. You know, books like that. I'm not necessarily going to read Lord of the Rings on there, but The Book Thief I might read again. That was a really good one. So, there you go. The convenience of books in your pocket. Well, in your jacket pocket if it's that big. Anyway, that is the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite. I like it. I think I'm going to enjoy using it. So, now we should check out the case I got for it. This is just like, I think it was a $20 case. The dumb thing is, they had a leather case, but it only fits the older Kindles, according to the website. It does not fit the Paperwhite or any of the new Kindles. It only fits the old ones, which is kind of stupid when you think about it. So, let me get this open here. This is definitely not the type of case I wanted, but it will work. It's basically a sleeve. You just shove your Kindle into it and then be done with it, which is good. It'll at least stop the screen from getting gouged and it from getting scratched up, which is what I wanted, so that's fine by me. It's not going to be the end-all, be-all solution, but it's good enough for now. I'll get myself a nice case later. I'd rather spend the money on books right now. And of course there's the AC adapter, which is, you know, nothing to write home about. But this is all of what I got with the Kindle. I'm going to enjoy using this, I'm pretty darn sure. So, pretty sweet birthday gift. Hopefully the publishers of the textbooks at my college have their textbooks on the Amazon store. That'd be really nice. Because I figure what I'll do with the Kindle is for the books that I can't rent, I might get them on the Kindle or something like that and then use them that way. That way I don't have to have a book bag full of really large books carrying around. Like, let me show you something. I'm sure many of you my age know the pains of carrying very heavy textbooks and dense backpacks full of them, along with binders and notebooks and all that stuff at school. Well, the college I go to went way overboard on that. This was my accounting book for the fall semester. I don't know what they were thinking, but they gave us a binder version of this book instead of a real textbook, and it's thick, very thick. And their marketing ploy was basically that, oh, you can take pages out and organize them and not use them. But you don't want to do that because not only can they, rip and break, but you could lose them too. So that's why I left them all in the binder. And plus, if you take the pages out, the binder still is just as thick because of this. So it's just a way to make these textbooks even bigger, which is just ridiculous. So this is the reason I bought a Kindle. Crap like this is just unacceptable. I don't know if this publisher is on the Kindle or not, but if they are, you bet if I have to get other books from them in the future, that I will definitely be buying them on the Kindle or buying the real textbook version, depending on what's there. If of course at school if renting is available, I'll probably do that as well. So I'll have to see what happens, but that's my plans for the Kindle. Reference material, possibly textbooks, and some pleasure reading here and there. As much of a nerd as I am, I do like to read every now and then, so it'll be pretty nice for that. And I think I'll enjoy it. Anyway, that's just a quick overview and an unboxing of the Kindle and some of the accessories, and an explanation of the reasoning behind getting the Kindle in the first place. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a good one, everybody. Ciao.